Yeah. It's like, oh man, you shouldn't be able to taste it.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
Hub's just got the stuff from Moscow Mules for whoever's over tomorrow night.
Nice.
He has got the oldest child and the youngest child's husband hooked on Moscow Mules.
Yeah, the way I look at it, I used to sit next to this Russian girl when I worked at this web development group. And,
girl?
Yeah, we were both like in our 20s. So yeah,
girl?
she was a girl.
No, she's a woman.
Oh, all right. I was kind of a boy at the time. She was kind of a girl. It wasn't a big deal. Anyway, she explained to me that, like that apparently vodka means water, like if you translate it, and that it should really just be like a warmth to the throat, but no flavor.
That makes total sense.
That's what he said.
I
tried to hold it back, but I couldn't help it. That's why it took so long for me to say it.
It's from the form of the Slavic word vodka, meaning water, interpreted as little water.
So did anybody go back and give themselves a little refresher course on the next couple bosses?
Yep, it just finished. Oh. Dodge, duck, dive.
Does that just warm your heart, Joe Bowie?
Yeah, it's nice to hear. You know, we're down to the wire on this one. If we do well tonight, we could finish the raid tonight.
Ooh, exciting.
Then what?
Then well, it depends on how much time we have. If we kill the 2 bosses in like a reasonable amount of time, we got time to reset it. We can go make some attempts on the first couple bosses on heroic. So
I noticed you changed from kills to attempts.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they're not that bad in heroic. The first couple bosses
covering his bases.
For sure.
I don't want to set expectations too high.
Who are we on now?
We got Coven next.
Oh, that's
and
right.
And then we do Coven, and then it's on to Agrimar.
Wow.
Yeah, second to last boss.
Jeez.
So. Yeah, I could see there's a number of people in the document still. That's great.
I leave it open for the Coven so I can remember what the ads do.
Yeah, I open it up on my little side computer so I can glance over at it for what the ads do. The only one we really have to focus too much on is the Amanthul. The Amanthul ones are the ones we hero on. You don't have a side computer? You can get your little tablet. That would work as a side computer, wouldn't it? To be fair, though,
I don't have a side computer.
My side computer is it was very, very cheap. I bought it for $25 at a local public school surplus sale. So and it's just a little quad core. I actually bought 8 of them, sent a couple to friends, and then put some together for my kids, and then cobbled together a couple of them where I stripped the RAM out and doubled up the RAM on a couple of them. Because the $25, super cheap.
My side computer has been commandeered by a now 11-year-old.
Back?
Yeah, they never go back.
No, my grandson is over. It's his birthday. My oldest grandson. I shouldn't say my grandson. My oldest grandson. And he's on my laptop playing whatever.
Well, at least that means you'll get it back. If Mac had taken it, you'd never see it again.
Mac won't touch my laptop unless it's the only computer in the room and we are thousands of miles away from our house. I have a MacBook and he does not like Apple products. So.
Yeah, that's kind of you. I'm not a fan of Apple products either.
I love my iMac and I love my MacBook.
I hate Apple. I have an iPod, so I hate it even more. It's like so unuser friendly to do anything with it.
We used MP3 players at the gym for like floor music and stuff, and they had an iPod, and it broke after like, I don't know, it was a year and a half or 2 years or something like that. And I usually make all the tech decisions for the gym, whether it's computer purchases or whatever. And so I said, well, we should buy a Sony Walkman MP3 player. And they were like, oh, why is that? And I'm like, well, because they're super reliable. I've had one that is now like 8 years old. It's, it still has gets 36 hours of battery life. It's super easy to use, and it will take any file, and you don't have to use any special software for it or anything. And they were like, oh, okay. And then my mother-in-law runs out, buys another iPod. And everybody who uses the iPod at the gym hates it. My wife hates it. My father-in-law hates it.
It's not online. I just use it for music and, kind of games and stuff. But even that is it's trying to find anything or sync stuff. It's just not intuitive. It's annoying.
My Walkman is it's about the size of it's about the size of a business card as far as height and width goes, and its depth is only about maybe a half a centimeter. So I mean, it's not very big.
You're all picky. You are all picky.
But it's got 8 gigs, and it works great.
Now my oldest has an iPad and just loves it. I mean, can get around it every which way but loose.
Let's go ahead and pull trash.
Hey, you're here.
Yeah, I've been here. I've been listening to you talk about me.
We weren't talking about you, Cal. We were talking about that one hunter,
I do not recall that. Hey, last raid of this year, guys. Let's make it good.
Wow.
It's already our best raid of the year.
We already did. We sacrificed somebody else last night so that we could win.
Did you sacrifice yourself?
No.
How the hell do I turn off this overlay? I've got all the people on my...
If you go in your settings and
let's keep these guys
Tamagotchi...
separate, Dark.
Sorry.
Separate?
Yeah, I want to see something.
Okay. Careful, don't get knocked into the other guy.
Yeah, if you hit the cog wheel and then go to overlay.
We got a Mia, Faye, Mirama, Shepherd, and Tepachino for cooldown.
Pucky, this Tamagotchi sounds are scaring the dog.
Well, you better take care of him.
I am taking care of it.
She left you in charge.
I had to clean it up. My best friend left me with her Tamagotchi so that she could work.
You have to take care of her Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it has to be fed and played with.
Is that a dog?
No, it's
No, it's a
key fob.
toy.
It's a
What?
key.
I didn't know they still made those.
Yeah,
It's a
they
toy?
It just came back out.
Yeah, it's like a.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. We
It's like
just spread this to like everyone.
Yeah, everybody.
It's like a keychain with like an LCD on it, and it's got a little digital pet.
Yeah, and you
that-
Oh,
feed
really?
it and wash it and pick up after it and play with it.
Should
like
I
a-
release, or are you guys gonna come?
Yeah,
to
Dude, someone's. Oh, did all of our healers die?
Yeah.
I saw
like a-
Faye run and give it to Amia. It was funny.
It's like a.
Sorry.
Yeah, Joe
I
Louis
could
stepped
see
next to
everybody
me.
like took it off, and
but I
we're
think he
like,
got it from someone else.
we did.
I tried
I
blinking
gave
away.
it to half the melee.
Faffard, where were you?
That wasn't.
Right where
that
I died.
wasn't very pretty.
Every time. Focus
Is
on
he actually
your
dead or is he FD'd?
I feel those demons twisting the spirits of the Titans, forcing them to use the night to serve the Legion.
I finally got a new trinket, and it's like the top 5 best in slot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Trinket. Out of the weekly, the cash for doing the time walkings.
The NPCs are all like serious and stuff, and we're just like, I'm gonna have this, and da-da-da-da-da. Like it's nothing, no big deal. They're like, it's coming.
No, I'm still chuckling because she's like, focus on your duty.
She said
I'll take it.
duty.
We'll get you summoned once we get through this trash here.
Every time it cracks me up.
I didn't see her say that. I must have been too far away.
Oh, is
It's
this
right
the one we
there.
have to jump in the hole?
Just jump out.
Oh.
No, we go down.
You had to. We killed Valamathras. We're on Coven.
Oh. I wasn't here.
Oh,
Yeah, we made some great progress.
That's a nice trinket.
Did we make the
Yeah,
progress
very
because he
nice.
wasn't here?
now, mommy.
I'm not saying this is correlation.
I
That's
know
what it
he's
is.
small, and you could probably take that dwarf and put it on a keychain, but he's not a trinket.
Lock TV. You sure about that?
Alright, do we have a cauldron tonight?
Yep, I got cauldrons. Just having a bite to eat.
Yep, which is brewed
Shall
down.
Shall I put it down now?
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's right beside Joe Bowie there.
And there's an got multiple fees.
And cookies.
Thank you for the
And
cookies.
And
here comes
the
Mage
mage
Food.
tape. Woohoo!
They just got legendary.
Ron.
Wow! Nice.
Thank you.
Rats,
Congrats.
girlfriend.
How did you get that?
Hey,
Out of the Blingtron.
Blingtron.
Yeah,
Oh.
it has a chance to drop it.
Yeah, I got something from him once.
Me too.
And
I got.
I had gotten one as well.
Okay, this is for the
Alright.
cauldrons.
That creepy flower is singing.
All right, so as per usual, we're gonna hero on the Amantul. Those are the ones that that we have to run around the room and kill them before they finish casting, or as quick as we can. I will target the one that is closest to the closest and clockwise to the blue square. So it should be somewhere near the blue square, and then we're gonna go clockwise around the room, killing each of those. Otherwise, on the ones that the Norganon ones, which are the ones that march across the room, Johnny's going to use his super awesome magic grip to make a hole for us. So watch for the holes, run through it. The rest of it's pretty much a cakewalk. Just,
Hunter's got backup on that for traps.
yeah, we got that.
Okay.
cool.
What corner are we gonna do the 100 traps in?
Why don't you do it in blue?
Do we need to keep them that
square.
separated? Could we put them a little bit closer?
No.
What, the bosses? No.
The bosses?
Why?
I mean, technically
buff
they
each
could
other?
stand. Yeah. No, well, they make it invulnerable, but like we're on
Yeah.
Johnson right now, you could put one right here and equally right here, and the AoE classes could do double
Yeah,
damage.
it's what is it?
you guys have done this
20 yards or something?
Yeah. No, I know.
18 yards.
Yeah.
It's
Just saying, if you wanted to, you could do that, and it would help out AoE classes. But I mean, you guys have obviously killed this before, so I'm just.
We've actually only wiped on this once so far.
Yeah.
But it was our first attempt just looking at the mechanics, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
We succeed.
Have we killed this boss?
Yes.
Every week.
Well, that was the like I said, I haven't myself yet.
See.
All right, so in Tap, just so you know, on one of them, they're going to get the flamethrowers. You see these like markers on the floor that are pointing towards the center, like where the red glowy bits are and the gold.
Yep.
Don't be on those. Be on the spaces between them because the ads will
Okay.
spawn on those, and they're going to shoot a flamethrower towards the center.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Don't be in the center either.
well, we'll call it to tell you where to be. Yeah, and that one, you just basically want to be kind of out here, like around where I'm standing, and between the cardinal points, and not anywhere in the center, because there's a group of ads that are all just going to stand on those things, and they're going to shoot flamethrowers into the middle of the room.
Okay, thanks.
All right, let's timer it and pull it. What is this?
Last time killing this boss this year. You guys are gonna get tired of me saying that.
Yep.
Nope.
Already.
We'll get you after this pool.
You guys what? Oh.
We already pulled.
Oh, rip.
Our raid starts at 45.
Did you taunt Moon?
Yep.
She didn't believe you. I go.
And we're gonna get Norganon first, so Johnny's gonna be pulling him to one corner. I guess over by blue.
Beware.
Here comes the ads. Watch for the spots. You guys gonna want to move off that wall over there. Here they come.
Beware.
Run right by the blue.
Moon.
Beware.
Alright, next one's gonna be Amon Tool, so we'll be heroing on the next group event.
Beware.
Marum is down. Do you want to get her up, or?
Yeah, go ahead. We've got one coming up in 40 seconds.
Here comes the next group of ads.
Next boss in 5.
There we go, kill the one right by the blue square.
Mimic.
Alright, we're clear. Back on the bosses. Next up is going to be the flamethrowers, so we'll be avoiding the cardinal positions. You can get position out if you want. There they are.
Put them down.
Anybody remember the marshmallows?
Yum.
Marshmallows, yes. Chocolate, no.
I have
I like-
chocolate.
I like these guys because they match my transmog.
Do we want to get dizzy up?
Yeah.
Okay, you sure you don't want to save one? We probably don't need it.
Tanks don't need one.
Alright.
Get
dizzy up.
Oh, that was perfect for like a second. Perfect position.
Joe Boy, can I use my ring when I want?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
What ads is this?
Oh, spread out.
Yeah, it's the spread 2 yards ones. Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
Drinking.
$30 seconds for a healer res.
Next one's going to be Norganon, which is the marching ads. Is your thing off cooldown, Johnny?
Yep.
Cool.
Do you want to heal her up?
Yep.
Yes, perfect.
That's good for you, is it?
Yes. Perfect.
People just have to remember to not stand in front of the buses.
Oops.
Alright, head to the
You're taunting a little early, Epistle. That cone just hit the healers there. If you're gonna taunt fire, just be a little careful. That cone hit other people.
Make sure we're not standing in front of that boss, guys.
Oh, your debuff didn't drop. Can you grab Diamond?
Holy crap!
Oh,
That was
they just
scary.
appeared.
%9.
Yeah, people are still standing in front of the bosses here. If I position them over here so it's closer, it's not really so great.
No, yeah, you just position yourself how circles.
Well, and that's the raid position accordingly.
Well, this was an easy fight for me and Chew
Was an early death.
I don't even think I broke a sweat on that one.
All right, good job, everybody.
Mass res incoming.
All right, if you have a piece of loot you want to share, please link it up.
I do, I'm just looking for it. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't.
Did I hear you guys say something about someone needing to be invited?
Yeah, call me.
All right, we have a 930 Frost Artifact Relic going up for grabs.
6 is you can put a portal up.
I don't think I've got your battle tag.
Hold on. Did that work?
Texting and wowing, really?
No, I got a message that like totally distracted me. I'm like, what the hell?
All right. With no other rolls coming out, it looks like it goes to Shepard with a 24. You can pick that up from tap.
Where are you, my dear?
I'm coming.
Let me just find it. Oh, there it is. Yay!
Well, I mean, if it's an upgrade for you, then wear it. You don't have to trade it.
Oh, thanks for the summon. I was changing my talents.
Oh, we got another one. Leg guards of Numbing Gloom, Warforged male legs. You might have a piece of gear that's equal in item level or something. All taken. Yeah, the game doesn't view it as an upgrade at all.
If it was tier and you haven't looted it before, you can't trade it either. If it's your first time looting a piece of tier, you can't.
No, he got a piece of gear that's tradable, but it's not
but if this is a
upgrade.
tier boss, if he looted the tier piece and it was his first time looting it, it won't let you trade it either.
He's talking about something that can trade, not something he can't trade.
Oh,
he got something. He got something that's that's tradable, but it's an upgrade. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So Faffard wins the leg guards of Numbing Gloom. Oh, and they are tier legs that he got. Oh, Titan Forge. Those are nice. That's weird that it made those tradable for you then. Unless you've got, I'll take it. You ever gotten like a piece of like 955 legs or something like that, sitting in your bank or in your bag?
Or legendary legs, if you have those.
Those are tier shoulders, though.
All right, well, or shoulders, you know, whatever. Yeah, we were looking at legs. All right, let's clear trash. Get on to the next one.
The next to the last one.
Yeah, well, the next one tonight, hopefully. Should be too bad.
So is that Mike up for grab?
Is the what?
Light Vanguard?
No, he was just linking him for us to see him. He wasn't offering him to trade.
That's what I thought, but I was wanting to make sure.
This may be the one place in the universe sacred to the Legion. Demons would pluck out their eyes. Who could ever imagine such a sacrifice?
So I learned something new about WoW today. The Champion's Treadblade, you know, this motorcycle. If you're if you're a gnome, you don't sit on it, you stand on the seat and hold onto the handlebars.
Well, I thought you were going to say that it was spelled the same forward as backwards.
It's pretty hilarious. I was on my gnome, and I was like, why does he look like he's sitting on that so weird? I'm like, oh, it's because he's not sitting on it. Hey, you see those mechanics that this thing's doing, that circle, and then the big boom there? That's something we're going to deal with at this boss. These are like previews of some of the stuff we're going to get.
I love previews.
Yeah, so keep those in your mind visually. We're going to deal with those. You guys watch the videos and stuff, so you should know that too. Anyway, but as well as these spinny things.
Oh, you won't see those.
I'm absorbing as many as I can.
Rattling I can bear. Let us show this lackey of Sargeras that he has no claim to our world.
Aqua, that wasn't a challenge. And this is where you say that thing.
Wow, that looks really cool.
It does look cool.
There,
okay.
are off.
Here we go. So on this one, tanks, remember to stay stacked at all times, and try and swap at 7 stacks or less. And then everybody else kind of needs to pay attention to this as well, but especially the tanks. The boss is going to build up energy over time. Once the energy hits 100, he's going to do these this series of attacks. The first one, he's going to attack the tank, something called Foe Breaker, which is a really heavy hit. And then the tanks are going to turn the boss towards the group, and the group is going to need to stack and absorb the second attack, which is called a Flame Rend. And then they're going to turn the boss away from us, and the boss is going to do another Foe Breaker. And then they're going to turn the boss towards us, and we're going to stack up, and you're going to do another Flame Rend. That's like the big thing that we're going to have to get down the dance steps. We're going to have to like kind of group up when the Flame Rend's coming so that we can help the tanks absorb that, and then kind of spread back out a little bit after each one. I think we can probably stay together. Probably, I don't know.
Stay together. They come in, turn the boss back around, so that way we don't have to keep running around.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, for each 100 of the energy, each cycle of that. But otherwise, we're going to be dodging the Wake of Flame, which it's going to be these things that are going to shoot across the platform. We're just going to have to see them to get used to them, and it's just a matter of they're like little fingers that come up of red stuff. They shoot across, and you got to dodge them. Then that's basically going to be the key things we're going to want to keep in mind. Then the only other thing that is about 80% boss's health, don't be in the center of the room. Just make sure you get out of the center of the room at about 80% health, because that's when we go into the first intermission. And then we've got those ember things that come around the outside of the room. Now in normal, we can kill the little embers. So we want to like CC, slow, and kill the little embers around the outside of the room. And then there's going to be 2 big ads towards the center, and we need to kill them afterwards. And then the second phase is the same as phase 1, except for then we get flares, and you just basically get out of the circles. They were those big circles that shot up in the air that we saw as we were coming in. Then we're going to have, then just don't get close to others with Scorching Blaze, which is kind of like those debuffs that we were getting earlier from that trash. Just make sure you're spreading away from people. And they're not quite as big as those. And then again, make sure you're not in the center of the room when the boss hits 40% health. And then the third phase, or the second intermission, is the same as the first intermission, which more things around the outside. And then in phase 3, it's the same as the other ones, except the flares now shoot out Wake of Flames like we see in phase 1. And then just give you know, just watch out for those. That's pretty much it. It's going to take some practice. We'll just have to take a look at it. So let's give it some runs.
Wait, I'm just kidding.
4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2.
That's why you don't want to be spread or stacked until it's time.
And no one should ever be inside the tanks run right now. If you haven't figured that out, it's Death Zone.
Yeah, everybody should be roughly 6 yards apart right now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Beware.
Boss is at 88 energy. Watch the flames. All right, stack up behind the boss. Turn him, turn him.
Gotta taunt him.
There, we got it.
There's one more.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, sorry.
I got it.
Flame red. And spread out, guys.
A little out of position there, but
like far out, because he's going to do this big blast thing.
No, I was gonna do that.
Oh, that we transitioned. All right.
Yeah. Your DPS is high enough, you'll avoid those.
We're taking on the little guys, is that right? No, the big ones.
Little guys first. You tank the big guys. We kill the little guys.
I can't reach Darog. Can any of the healers heal him?
I can move.
There we go.
Yeah. All right, now kill the big ones. Let's kill this one first.
Hamamia?
Yeah. I marked one with the skull.
The other one's dying faster.
Is it really? All right.
Yeah.
I just marked one. I wasn't really looking. And back on the boss. We completed phase 1. Phase 2 is going to be real similar. But make sure we get out of the big circles. Get out of those big circles. Quickly, quickly.
Yeah, Johnny, I think we just run straight through him on this.
Yeah, I thought you were going to turn him, so I didn't taunt. That was my bad.
No, I don't turn him. Yeah.
Well,
Can we-
only 62.
Can we fall off the edge?
I don't know.
Try not to find out.
Who's bronze?
97. Stack up behind the boss.
On it.
Excellent.
Now you go to him.
Stay here.
Just like that.
And then back away from the boss. Far away. Alright, same stuff. Just keep going. Stay spread out, about 6 yards from each other.
Beware.
Get out of those. Dodge those. Boss is at 100 health or 100 energy. Stack up behind him. Again, behind the boss. All right, spread out. these 6 yards apart from each other. 40% get out of the middle. Here comes little ads. We're gonna kill the little ads. All right, kill the big ads.
Tracking.
All right. We are into phase 3 now.
You want a hero?
Yeah, we can hear it now. Go ahead. Now watch out, they're gonna do the finger flamey things now. Watch out. See? That's it, that's the only thing new here.
Beware.
Get behind the boss, quick, quick, quick. Get behind him again.
Oh. Get tap up.
Get all the way away from that.
After this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't
Safe
want
to
to
take
get it now.
Take it.
Thank you.
Another speed boost.
This is fun. Things got to do it both ways. Doesn't know how to rescue that phrase, is there?
Nope.
No.
No.
I'm not saying front and back.
Beware.
4, 2, 1.
Alright, boss is at 91% health. 97, get behind boss.
You have it. Well, why did you get that?
Ooh, don't know why I got him back.
There it is.
Nice job, guys.
Excellent work.
Well, we recovered, but that was weird. I don't know why you got him back either.
He can stand beside his brethren once more. Our victories mean nothing. So long as Sargeras has the soul of Argus to fuel his infinite army.
That was a hard fight.
In grave peril.
That was fun.
The Titans can sever that connection, but not
Yeah, it really is a tanking one.
They need to bring the soul of Argus to the place of power, the seat of the Pantheon.
Okay, if you've got some loot you want to trade, go ahead and link it up. We got one piece already, the Great Cloak of the Dark Pantheon.
Argus's power to imprison Sargeras once and for all.
Relinked just for those who done 65 and gotten scrolled up.
Once they start the ritual,
Anyone else besides Dizzy? Oh, Chugal's got a 72 on that.
Actually, you know what? The mine that I have is better. Forget it.
Okay, Chugal withdraws his roll. Dizzy wins it. You can pick that up from Polat. Anything else? Ark and Shadow's looking for a neck enchant, if anybody can help him out. Okay, well then, how the hell do we get to the next boss?
Talk to the little glowy dwarf.
Guy.
Oh, talk
That's
to him.
Magni. Come on, guys, know your lore.
Speak with me.
Talk to the glowy dwarf. Got
Glowy
it.
dwarf, yeah.
He's crystal.
I know
He's
my
not
dwarf.
glowing.
He's Data's brother.
He's crystal.
I know him as glowy dwarf.
Oh, that's a cool cutscene. You can see all of
You
us.
see
doing
all of
that.
us, yes. That's so
That was
Hey,
cool.
it's Bronzebeard. Duh.
Without the death wish.
Well, he's already dead. He's glowing.
I saw Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
And Thor's balls.
Ooh. Well, I wasn't looking at that spot.
Uh-huh.
I am now.
And there she goes again.
And thank you, Fafford, for pointing those out to us. That was cool.
Yeah, the commentary made the cutscenes that much better.
Because everybody was looking, right?
I didn't get to see them.
I'm sorry.
Sucks.
Next time.
Lock TV.
Can we get a summoning thing, guys? That's what you needed, right?
All right, so yeah,
Yep.
this boss is like really complicated, but nothing super hard. Tanks are gonna pull the boss to the wall, face him away. We gotta get markers out. Where do you guys want to tank the boss at, Johnny?
Wish I had brushed up on this one.
Yeah,
You didn't brush up? Here, I'll pick a spot for you. All right.
All right. We're tanking on the side of the room in the first phase?
You take him in the middle until
you thought we
phase
tanked
2.
in the middle.
Right,
Then
but
you
we
wanna-
still have to set up a spot for later.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we've got, I've got Skull set up as your tank spot for the big boss. That's where you're going to take him to. And let's see here. Let me get the other spots. Can somebody go stand on that spot over there, please?
What spot? The blue
Oh, the blue one?
Oh, they changed it to a blue square. Yes.
Yeah.
Me and the Death Lord.
Maybe
here.
not. My camera clips into this stupid
Well, I'm here.
wall here.
Well, yeah,
Can
but
you-
you
can
just
you
have to
put it
be a
in
little
between
bit
the
out
points?
from it. That's just where you need. I'm just trying to set up the other ones.
Yeah, I'm
at
just gonna
45.
move it a little to the side here, but that's about it.
What do we got over there? There's tap. All right, so. Well, that's weird. The range check's not showing. All right, I'll go to the other side. All right, so right about here, I think is probably good. And just, I'll have to just judge it based on where that one is. So right about here, I spit.
So the dudes watching are like the ones that we just defeated, but where's all the babe coven girls?
Well, the what?
I mean, he's looking for boobies.
I got boobies.
All right, so
Have you seen my
in
outfit?
this, now in this first phase, the boss is going to be basically casting those big, like shadowy cones on the ground, and what we're going to do is when he every time he hits 100 energy, he's going to throw one of those down on there, and I think they're called like the fog of death or some horrible thing, death fog. Anyway, so what we're going to want to do is when the cone goes down, we're going to want to get right on the right-hand side edge. Everybody's going to want to stack up on the right-hand side edge of the cone. That way the next cone, because it always aims at a player, is going to aim at one of those players. It's going to center on us, and they're going to overlap because it's going to start to fill up the room with that stuff. And we're just going to keep moving clockwise to the, or moving, I guess, counterclockwise, actually, because we're going to move to the right and just keep moving to the right to the edge of the cone, moving to the right of the edge of the cone, etc. From there, the only other thing is if you get Soul Blight on you, which if you have my weak auras, then it'll let you know that you have Soul Blight on you. Move back behind the group. Like if the group is stacked up like right here, you're going to want to move back a little bit, because what it's going to do is it's going to make a little circle of the fog crap, and it's going to drop it on the ground wherever you happen to be standing when it expires. So you just want to drop that behind the group, not on top of the group. Then there's going to be these two things, the sea orb and the sky orb. All right. Now you're going to have to decide which one's best for you. But the sea orb is cloudy white, and it gives 2,000 haste and versatility. The sky orb is electric blue, and it gives 2,000 crit and mastery. So choose which one you want to get now is best, because if you keep tagging different ones, it reduces its stack to just one stack of it, and it switches you from one to the other. But if you, every time one comes out, if you touch a new one and you keep touching the same one over and over again, like if you only touch the blue one every time, then you get 2,000 crit, then you get 4,000 crit, then you get 6,000 crit and mastery, and it starts stacking up. So it's better to only touch one type as you go through the fight. So it's a good idea to choose which one you want, whether it's haste and verse, which is cloudy white, or crit and mastery, which is blue. Let's try and those get on 2 people, I think.
Yeah, you'll get a little thing over your head and notified that you have Gift of the Sea or Gift of the Sky.
Yeah, and then you want to move into a position. I would say let's always put the blue one to like kind of the right front of the group. Like if the orange marker is the stack of people, you're going to want to move like over here, like to the right and in front of the group. If you have the electric blue one, which is the sky orb, and then right next to the group, if you have the cloudy white one, which is the sea orb. So just to the right if you've got the sea orb, and to the front right if you have the sky orb. That way they're both to the right, and they're where people can grab them, so they're not having to walk into the fog to get it, because you don't want to walk in the fog. And we're going to be doing that. We're going to be going around the circle for a while till the boss gets to, I think, 70% health. And then at 70% health, that's when these markers come into play. Because we're going to... Hold on, I got interrupted.
Did you have kid aggro?
Yeah, she was telling me she got a sticker and that she was going to put it in her pocket. So anyway, at 70% health, the boss is going to start, the tanks are going to move the boss over to the blue marker. And then if you get soul burst on you, come to the orange. All right. Like basically if you get soul burst on you each time, come to the orange. I think there's 2 people who get it. So we need to put another marker up. Hold on. Let me put another one up. All right, and I put star over there, which that's probably farther than it needs to be, of course. Here, I can move it in, actually. Okay, the star, if one person, there's going to be 2 people who get the soul burst. So one's got to go to the star and one's got to go to the orange, because you got to be 45 yards away from everybody else. And then whoever gets the soul bomb needs to go over to the triangle. So yeah, you need to, if you get the soul bomb on you, go over to the green triangle over there, and then the tanks have to come over to you and hang out with you with the debuff. What is it? Tank with Avatar of Agrimar. Go stacks over.
Otherwise you die. We protect you in a weird sort of standing around way.
Mages can immune it, and stuff. I think you might be able to bubble it and all that, but it's a better idea to just have the tank come over and meet you there. Let's see here. Actually, here I am gonna move that star back a little bit, because the group's gonna want to kind of stand in the middle there.
Yeah, and there'll be stuff that drops that's going to force us to move around. So we do want to run those all the way to the back.
Yeah, just get those markers out, those spots out as far as you can, and if you're running to dodge stuff, avoid going towards those markers, because players who get the debuffs on them are going to need to go there. Then when we get to the boss to 40% health, while we're dealing with those bombs and stuff, the soul bursts and the soul bombs. Remember, soul bursts to orange and star, soul bombs only to the green triangle over there. But then when we get to phase 3, we're going to hero and kill the ads and try and push the phase as quick as we can. Boss going to shatter into 7 ads and stuff. We're gonna have to like basically kill all them. Let's see here. Some of them are going to cast something called Cosmic Beacon. We want to interrupt the Cosmic Beacon, by the way. Don't interrupt the other stuff. Just leave the other stuff alone. Only interrupt Cosmic Beacon. Yeah. And tanks, don't forget to pick up the ads that gain weapons.
I put a picture in your guys' Discord of where the vulnerabilities are. So if you look at the way the room is, if you're a fire mage, you'll want to hit the one at 2, 3 o'clock. It's going to get a vulnerability to that. If you're arcane mage or moonkin, you'll want to hit arcane 1 that's at 5, 6 o'clock, etc., etc. But like there's one that's vulnerable to more melee, so that one spawns at midnight or 12.
Doesn't DBM mark above their heads too?
It does eventually, and that's when they gain it. But if you already know where you're going to look beforehand,
right? Okay.
Start on it.
Yeah, the ads are more susceptible to the different schools of magic and whatnot that we have, like he was talking about. So yeah, it's a good idea to take a look at that map real quick and figure out which one you should be going after. Let's see here. But the tanks will. We're basically going to have to kill those ads, and the tanks are going to have to pick up the ads that gain weapons.
Sword and mid, and then the other one just on top of an ad.
Blade of Elemental is 300% melee damage, or Blade of the Eternal rather is 300% melee damage. You need to use cooldowns, and the other one is the Sword of the Cosmos, which is 200% melee damage. But it says tank those to 20 yards from other ads.
Yeah. Okay. So sword we have to tank in the middle of the room so he doesn't buff other ads. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the blades we tank on top of another one so it can be cleaved.
Okay. Yeah. The swords need to go 20 yards away, right?
Yeah.
All right. So then after we get the boss down, once we get all the ads down, then we go to phase 4, which we're gonna stack in the middle basically, and then we get our great big fun surprise of everybody dying. Don't freak out. We'll come back, and then from there, when we die, if you die, there's gonna be these things on the ground in there that are like they're like little boosts for everybody. They are what are they called? I forget what they're called, but there's these little glowy things in there that that you want to grab. So
the little orbs.
You won't get those. You won't see those until they don't come up right away. The shaws, the little shaws will be up, but the little orbs won't be. So we all run to the tree and pop up. Sometimes we leave a melee down below. I forget what he does. It's when the big orbs come up. Oh my god, what the hell are they called?
Casting sequence.
There's the motes of titanic power that form in the spirit realm, and grabbing those gives everybody a buff that's alive. The healers, don't forget you can heal up the tree a little bit to help keep it healthy for people to get restored, but it is a limited number of restorations that it can do. Avoid the if you're dead, there's going to be the little Shaw dudes like she's talking about that are wandering around in there. Just avoid touching them because they will like slow and stun you, I think, or something to that effect.
They do raid damage.
Oh, do they do raid damage too?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Yeah, just avoid them basically on your way to the tree, and we'll just have to give it a try. A lot of this is going to be see and learn as we get used to the steps, but there's a lot to it. But like I said, none of it's super hard. Let's just give it a shot. See how we do. Remember, this first part, we're going to be moving to the right to avoid those things. So we're going to want to kind of stack up and then move to the right and avoid the fog.
In the last phase, are you going to tank them to the right of the tree so range can stand in the middle, so we can get the back orbs, which I forget the name of.
The tree spawns in front of A&R, I assume.
The tree spawns, yeah, and then our tank usually takes them to the right. So that way range can stand in the middle, because the orbs that I can't remember the name of that have to be killed, we can...
The origination modules?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to kill those when they show up. But let's just give it a couple looks here. We got time, I mean, before our break even, and then we have an hour after that. So let's give it a quick look and see how far we get, and it'll get people used to it. You guys have been doing great this week, by the way. Kudos to everybody.
Did we do flasks already or no?
Yes.
Not yet.
Do you need one, Mel?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Must have taken this a bit early.
No, he just logged in.
Yeah, he wasn't here.
Armies or...
I got him.
I mean, you might want to wait on a flat. Well, because we're gonna run out of time, like 10 minutes before it'll run out before we run out of.
Come on, don't.
Well, maybe, but then we'll go on to heroic. Anyway,
we'll worry about that later.
Let's do this.
Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Chef stepping.
Charity, move to the right.
Careful, Pistol.
I'm tapping, getting into the group.
We want to stay together so that we drop the shit in the right place.
Gotcha.
Touch the things that you want and try and drop that circle. That cloudy circle in the back should be dropped just to the right of the group, not behind the group.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Just
Is that what we were supposed to touch?
Yeah, it's all right. There'll be more. Move to the right. Ooh, we kind of want to move to the right ahead of those. Not, I got it. Like while he's casting it. And those two circles that went out there that Mia got and looks like Milana got, you want to put those behind the group. But that's why we get our first looks. Once we get this down, we'll be all set.
So that pulsing
he's
white
casting
ball...
it. Move to the right. See, as soon as he starts casting, we can move to the right.
Yeah, I don't know why it told me to taunt on 2.
Did you want to get a healer up?
No, you can taunt on, what is it, 7?
No, it's 3
Yeah,
stacks.
go ahead and get tap up.
But DBM told me to taunt on 2, which was weird.
Alright, see, watch when he starts casting. When he starts casting, run to the right. Run to the right. And then stack right on the edge of it. Because once he starts casting, the direction is chosen, so it's not going to change the direction of the cone. All right, move to the right.
Yeah, it just told you to taunt too, I think.
It did.
I'm good. I'll keep it. All right, go ahead now.
Remember, drop those little balls to the right of the group, not behind or to...
And not in melee either.
Soul Blight is what you want to drop behind the group.
Soul Blight in 1.
Alright, move that circle out.
Cone of Death in 5.
Don't move in the Cone of Death.
Cone of Death move.
So that one got pushed way over.
Yeah, we're running out of room now.
Oh, so that will cover the whole room.
It will, yeah.
If we're not careful, yeah.
It's alright, it's just a...
Cone of Death.
Wait till it casts.
Yes, so.
We're 70%.
Oh yeah, this is the transition. Back up. Or wait, no back up yet. Hold on, we gotta wait for that stuff to clear.
It looks scary.
Watch the cone of this. It still happens in this intermission. Now go to blue.
Now they're gonna take it blue. Everybody else kind of hang out in this behind the boss or towards the middle.
Soul bomb.
If you got a soul bomb on you, come and meet me. Little glowy epistle. All taken, come join me.
Oh, she's got a soul burst there. I'll pick it over here. Get away from me. Stay away from me, all taken. Oh, you got one right there.
All taken, you want to come to the triangle.
Take soul bomb to triangle.
All taken was chasing me around.
He just wanted to hug you.
The tank will come to you. You have to go to triangle.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, the tank will come to the triangle.
Soul burst.
Go to triangle.
Soul burst goes to the orange or the star. You know, this orange circle or the star.
Soul bomb. Orange.
Soul
bomb
goes to
bomb
green.
goes to green.
Soul bomb goes to the green triangle.
I knew that too.
Big giant circle above your head.
Yeah. I've got Agrimar's aid. That's why.
It's too slow.
At that time,
I went the wrong way.
At that time, the tank one's going to swap, so you like keep that in mind. The next time we do this, that's going to happen again. On the second bomb like that, you guys like you'll feel like you need to run out, but it's the other tank that's going to get it.
Okay.
So just so you know for next time.
4, 3.
Otherwise, I mean that's a good look. Try and
There
on
is
the
a
first
pylon
phase.
down on circle, just so you know.
On the first phase, really try and get in tight next to the fog of death.
I want to try something. We're wiping this up. I want to see if Cone hits you when we're stacked.
And then the other thing.
Does.
Yep. All right. So the other thing is, all right, on that first part, if you get the what's it called, Soul Blight. Okay, Soul Blight. DBM's going to warn you, and if you have my weak aura, it's going to blow an air horn at you, telling you got it on you. Back up behind the group, right along the edge of the fog that already exists. If the fog doesn't exist yet, just go back behind the group. If there's already somebody there, run back them, stagger in a line. You should be in like a conga line, basically about 6 yards apart from each other, 5-6 yards apart.
Oh, by the way, when you die in res, you're on the platform.
Oh.
All right. So, and then the other thing is the two balls, the milky white ball shows up above your head, and the electric blue ball shows up above your head. Move the electric blue ball in front of the group and to the right slightly, away from the fog. And if you are the white ball, move it to the right of the group. So white to the right and blue ahead and to the right. That way it'll keep separate. You know that, and we can consistently have them in the same spot so people don't run into the wrong ones and get their buffs swapped and whatnot.
You should probably tell people what the names of them are, because I think it pops up with the. Does it pop up?
Yeah, it does pop up the name, but you can see a great big orb above your head, and one's electric blue, one's
okay. I don't always pay attention. I just look for the name of it. And
yeah, well, the sky orb is electric blue, sky blue, right? And the sea is like cloudy white.
The cloudy,
for whatever reason. So sea is cloudy white, sky is electric blue.
I haven't seen any of the blue. I don't know if I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing, or.
It looks more like a lightning tap.
Yeah, it's like electric lightning blue.
And by the way, you can bubble.
Where's that weak auras? Is that in Discord?
It's in the document.
What?
The weak aura is in the document for the Argus fight. It's listed under weak aura group for this fight: Soul Blight, Soul Burst, and Soul Bomb.
I have like no idea what you're talking about. Is it under Guild Matters?
No, it's in the Antorus the Burning Throne pinned document at the top of the
on our page on Facebook, Tap.
I just posted it, Tap.
Oh, he just linked to it.
Thank you.
And you can bubble or you can immune the soul bomb that gets on you, but it's not necessary in the first part. because the tanks can come over to you. Really, you need to get used to running over to the marker rather than trying to immune it at first. So if you get soul bomb,
it'll kill everyone.
Really? Even if you get over to the marker?
It explodes on well, if you get to the marker and you click it.
Yeah.
But don't tell them to immune it in the raid. Like, that's what he's worried about.
Yeah, you just gotta, basically just still go to the marker, and the tanks will join you over there. In the second, I think it's in the third phase, the tanks may not be able to save us or something.
Correct. The person just dies.
The person just dies. So if it's in the third phase, run over there and you can immune it if you want to, but you need to be at the marker, the green marker, before you immune it, and everybody else should be avoiding that area. Like, you shouldn't be, if you don't have the bomb on you, don't go near the green marker over there. That's death zone.
All right, let's take a break real quick. For those of you who haven't watched the video, please go watch it.
Yeah, I put a skull over there next to the green marker too, so you know that's death zone. Don't go there.
All right, we're on break.
I'm gonna mute and watch a video.
So I just figured out a way to save a bunch of money on Amazon. Here's the deal. I don't know about you, but I buy everything on Amazon. I used to think that no matter what...
Hi, I'm Hazel, and welcome to the final boss of Legion. This video is all about the Argus the Unmaker fight in Antorus on normal and heroic difficulty. As fits the last fight of the expansion, Argus is a pretty long encounter with 4 distinct phases and a lengthy list of abilities. We'll be in Phase 1 until 70% health. This phase has everything to do with managing your floor space by not completely covering it with the spooky death fog. Sweeping Scythe is our first tank mechanic, and this one is a frontal cone stacker. One tank faces Argus away from the raid, and the tank swap is on 3 stacks. Tortured Rage is unavoidable raid damage for the healers to be aware of. He looks like he's doing something cooler than that, but he's really not. Cone of Death is very self-explanatory. Argus is going to face a random player, charge up for a second, and then lay down a cone-shaped pizza slice of Death Fog. Set up the raid in a melee and a range stack, with the range directly behind the melee. As soon as he starts charging up, the whole raid shifts to one side and stays near the edge of the cone. The idea is just to turn the arena into a pie chart without leaving any gaps. Soul Blight Orb is this planet-looking thing. That'll stay up for a little while and put out Soul Blight debuffs onto random players. I don't see why there needed to be an orb, but this fight's just big on orbs. When the debuff expires, the target poops out a little fog puddle. If you get Soul Blight, run to the back of the room and stand next to the existing fog pie. That should put your fog out of the way and in a place where it gets covered up by the Cone of Death anyways. Gul'Ganeth's aid is more orbs. Gul'Ganeth will buff a random player with Gift of the Sky and another with Gift of the Sea. After 10 seconds, a corresponding buff orb will drop on their locations. Touching the Sky Orb gives you a crit mastery buff, while touching the Sea Orb gives you haste verse. Those buffs last 1 minute on normal and 30 seconds on heroic, they stack, and they are mutually exclusive, so you gotta pick one. The players who get targeted with the orb are responsible for putting the orbs in a place where everyone can get to them, preferably somewhere between melee and ranged. In the fog is not a good place. Make sure that you know ahead of time which buff you want, know what that orb looks like, and then go poke it whenever it's up. The Sky Orb is darker with lightning, while the Sea Orb has the bubbles. At 70%, all the fog goes away and we enter Phase 2. While the first phase was mostly concerned with raid positioning, Phase 2 relies more on individual positioning and responsibility. Soul Burst is a debuff that will go out onto 2 random players, do damage over time, and then explode for raid damage after 15 seconds. That raid damage is reduced with distance. Mark 2 Soul Burst locations away from both the raid and each other, and then if you get the debuff, just run to one of those 2 spots. Edge of Obliteration spawns a big dark scythe that does a line-shaped attack with knockback. It's very reminiscent of Harboron from Maw of Souls. This is extremely telegraphed and therefore pretty embarrassing if you get hit. Avatar of Agrimar is our Titan aid this phase, and it's a buff that goes out onto a tank. They get a minute of extra health, movement speed, and a little bubble that redirects the damage taken by nearby players to that tank. Basically, you can stack on a dude to take their damage. You're gonna need that to manage the next mechanic. Soul Bomb is kinda like Soul Burst, but just way uglier. It's a bigger dot, and after 15 seconds the explosion does 7.1 million
So
damage
how's
on
everyone's
normal.
day?
That will kill an average Joe. Like Soul Burst, it also does that same damage to the entire raid, reduced with distance. The Soul Bomb player will need their own designated marker to go stand on far from the raid, and the Avatar buff tank needs to go stack on them and maybe pop a cooldown to save their life. The non-Avatar tank needs to take the boss so that Argus doesn't go on a big field trip. Of course, if you get Soul Bomb and you have an immunity like an Ice Block or Divine Shield, feel free to use that and give your tank a very tiny vacation. At 40%, Argus sits down to think about what he's done, and we get to fight some sparkly dudes for a bit. There are 7 ads, and they spawn in a ring. Discs of Norganon is our Titan aid this phase, and it reveals a 200% weakness to a specific damage type in each ad. Those will always be in the same positions, so figure out which one you can wreck and then focus on that one first. Look at the infographic. Learn the infographic.
She needs a couple minutes. She might be late coming back for the next poll.
And fire a damage beam at them after about 5 seconds. Try not to shoot
but
that
should
through
be
a huge
back
clump of
within
people, but more
10,
importantly, don't wiggle
12
too
minutes,
much.
so I think she'll just miss one poll.
Alright, no problem.
Cosmic Beacon has a kickable cast, and if it goes off, it'll cause nasty stacking raid
People
damage.
should be getting back from break here pretty quick.
Range, try to be aware of where melee aren't so that you can cover any gaps. Star Blast is also kickable, but it's just damage, it's not that bad, and they absolutely spam it, so don't kick this. Save your interrupts for Cosmic Beacon. Stellar Armory causes 2 lucky Sparkle Bros to get visual weapons and become tankable. Their name does not change at all, so you need to actually look at them and see who's got the big stats now. Each weapon set needs to be handled differently. Swords of the Cosmos looks like this. The dude with that thing needs to be tanked at least 20 yards away from all the other dudes, or else he's going to buff them for 20% damage. The other tank picks up the ad with Blades of the Eternal, aka daggers. That one doesn't do much, so pulled on top of another
podcast, and he watches your live stream.
Awesome. Oh, nice.
I know I said that last night, but Fafford.
Yeah, you said it last night. No, no, never.
No, Fafford wasn't here, so I thought he'd want to know.
Alright, so just I put a marker on my head for positioning purposes. In this first phase, you're going to basically want to stack on the star marker above my head here. I'll try and position myself well. If I move out of the group after the group is placed, it's because I need to deal with a mechanic, like I have to drop one of the little soul blights behind the group, or I've got one of the balls and I need to drop them in their prescribed positions. So, and remember, we're going to do the white cloudy orb, which is the C orb, just to the right of the group. So, like, if I am the stack, bouncing up and down, and you get the white on you, the white orb, you just take a couple steps over to like where the orange marker is here, and you drop it there. You're just a couple steps to the right of where the group is. And if you get the electric blue, which is like electricity blue, you move diagonally up forward like this and drop it ahead and to the right of the group there. And that way everybody will have access to it, and it'll be clear and easy for them to avoid or grab as necessary.
Okay, so they are going to be placed back here because I kept getting the...
No, not back. No, it's relative to the position of the star. So if the star is here, you want to place the white orb right here.
Okay.
And if the star is here, you want to place the blue orb right there.
Okay, because I had the white orb in melee and it messed up my stack, and I got the white instead of the blue.
Yeah, you're gonna have to dodge around them as necessary, but I mean, like, it's just you know, like, it's relative to where people are stacking, because our stack is gonna move around the room. It's not in one spot, so.
Right, and you gotta know that the white is the haste buff. So if you want haste, that's the one you get in.
Yeah, I know, but like it literally was like in the middle of melee group while we were right
People were placing them in all kinds of wacky positions on that first pull.
Yeah,
so I'm still trying to get people to place them in a consistent spot. So once we get that down, it'll be a lot easier to grab the one you want and to avoid the one you don't.
I pick up what you're putting down.
The other real key is going to be, as soon as he starts casting, we're going to move to the right. But I'll have us positioned pretty well, so we won't have to move super far. We were back a little bit too far, so we should be a little closer. But you'll see, because just stack on the star when we get up there. Don't forget to re-food, re-flask, rebuff as necessary.
Repent.
No. You don't have to. I mean, you can, but I mean, you know.
You never know.
Augment runes, all that. Awesome. You know, I haven't bought a Vantis rune for this raid yet. I should get one to have on hand.
I didn't even know you could get them for these raids, actually.
I'm sure they have one.
Yes, there is. You just click on the boss and then click the thing, just like into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's probably like the. I like that they switched it for Tomb of Sargeras, that it's just one for the whole raid. You can select which boss by doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot better than having the individual ones that you have to buy for a particular boss. Alright, so is everybody back? Do we,
What are those Vantis runes called?
Taurus ones. Vantis runes.
I just put a link in the chat.
Looks like a little gateway.
Got it.
Do we have any in the bank?
Yes.
Oh, hold on. I'm not ready, actually, then.
I got a mobile bank in the
Yeah, I'm
back.
still trying to figure out. You said, what is this called?
Vantis rune and Taurus. It's left column, just 2 from the top. Well, that also depends on how you.
It looks like
I got it.
It's just underneath one of the purple ones.
So do you still have to click on him and then click
Yes.
on the Vantis rune? Alright.
It's exactly like the tomb ones.
Cool.
Got it. Thank you.
What? Joe Bowie, the Argus maker? No.
So I'm ready.
I don't have one of those. Alright, so yeah, let's just do a ready check for pull, and let's start getting some pulls going. Remember to stack on the star, the little one above my head, not the star marker in the room. We're gonna get kind of tight to the boss, so those ranged who are uncomfortable with getting a little close, you're gonna be close. But it'll be good for the first phase here. Remember, white to the right, blue ahead and to the right for the orbs.
So, in other words, like the white's towards the back and the blue's towards the front? Along the cone?
Well, no, it'll be, you're going to want to put it off to the right of the cone.
Well,
like,
yeah, so
like,
you can...
So that people can step out and go grab the one they want.
Alright.
And once they go down, don't forget to go out and get the one that's appropriate to your color. If you change colors, like if you get the blue one after you've gotten the white one, it resets back to 1 stack. But you can get multiple stacks otherwise. All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Didn't mean to move him.
Can you move him back at all?
Maybe in between the sides.
I'll try to nudge him back.
Got him. It's a little off again, but it's closer than it was.
The 2?
Oh, that was ridiculous, man. Stay here until the cone goes. Move. Now move back to the tight edge of the cone. Remember, if you get the soul blight, go to behind the group against the cone, not underneath the group. Move that white orb out. All right, the person with the orb is not moving. One of death, move to the right.
Oh, we've got our healers down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
4
nobody's
healers.
doing mechanics. Soul blights.
They're just standing there putting the there. See, look, that's another soul blight just dropped on the group. Wipe it up. Just stand in the stuff and wipe it up. You have to move. Anybody who doesn't have the weak aura for that just dropped the stuff in the middle of the group, take a moment, go get the weak aura, because you're not doing the mechanics, because you're either not noticing or you just don't care. One of the two. Just go get the weak aura, because it's going to scream in your ear with an annoying noise, letting you know that you have it on you. It even gives you instructions that says move out of the group. So you'll drop it behind the group and stop dropping it on the group and killing everybody.
Yeah, the weak aura does a big blast horn in your ear.
Yep. And it will let you know you've got it on you, so you got to get out of the group.
Your boys' weak auras are famous for letting you know those things.
Yeah, there's only 3 things that are like that in this, but that's an important one, and we'll keep wiping on that all night if people don't get that down. If you're needing to grab the weak aura for a moment, let us know. Otherwise, we can ready up. Yeah, the game's telling them to, but it's just people aren't moving, so maybe the air horn will get them.
Right. The point was the game is telling us who isn't moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
who
too.
has it. So if it pops, we know who didn't move.
Yeah. It's really.
We don't need to call them out.
I don't see any of that myself.
Yeah, it's just if you get soul blight on you, it's just move back, just move straight back.
Thank you,
Don't move aside or anything.
Thank you,
just
Pucky.
goes.
Yes, thank you.
What was that? Quest.
I don't know. Somebody shared a quest.
The opening of the Encourage gates. They need your purple lotus.
I was like, Purple Lotus, isn't that like really old?
It is.
He's trolling you. You can abandon that quest.
No, I'll take it. I haven't done it.
No, I clicked accept. I've committed.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, me too.
I really don't know.
Lore Master, man. Thank you, Pucky.
So please focus mechanics. This is a mechanics-driven fight. If we don't do mechanics...
Hang on 1 second there, Joe Louie.
Who needs time?
Kyle.
Kyle is, yep. If you had that Discord overlay on, you'd see.
I do, I just didn't look.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't work for me right now.
You gotta start Discord before you start WoW.
I don't know, mine's doing it either way these days,
It
actually.
didn't work for me twice.
Or if you go
I
into
did that today and it worked.
If you go into Discord and turn it off and back on again, the overlay, it'll start working.
Okay, I'm good.
I tried that.
Okay.
Tried everything, every suggestion, it's still not working.
All right, so here we go. We're going to try it again. Really focus.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All range should be on star.
I wonder if we could change your color, because you blend right in with the floor.
Next one, yeah. All right, that white was a little too close.
Ah, I never get to take it.
And they put it kind of far out, and that white was sitting on the top of it. All right, move to the right, move to the right, move to the right. Here we go, stack up right here. Remember, Soul Blight back behind us.
out.
Soul Blight behind us. A couple of those were real good. All right, the electric got behind us there. Electric should be front and to the right. It's all right. Get ready for the next cone. Move to the right.
We can swap this on 2.
Whatever you prefer.
Just the debuff is actually dropping. Oh well. You might have to take 3 for this one.
Much better on those balls, guys. Grab your balls and get back to the edge of the cone.
Grab them.
Grabbing the balls, all right.
Move to the right.
him or me up.
Watch out for that when we move. Move to the right.
Phase 2.
Alright, he's gonna clear the zone.
Move in if you haven't.
Moving to blue next?
Yes. Everybody else kind of hang out in the middle or melee, go into melee range. Remember, bombs to the green or skull area, like that area. Bursts go to orange and star. Bomb to green. Burst to orange or star.
Oh well, I can't find the green, so I'm just gonna go die. Forget it.
Well, somebody with a burst went to the green anyway.
Yeah, I did, my bad.
There's the green. Now I can see it. I was on the other side of the boss. It's like I'm all around the room. It's like not.
Sorry. Green is to dodge those beams.
Beware.
Great big giant ball is the bomb. Dodge those beams. But otherwise stay near this. Big ball. Go to the right. Cappuccino, I think it is. Go to the green.
Remember the tank's getting
First, just go to the ball, or go to your markers rather, the orange and the star.
Ouch.
Okay. It is every 1.
Get the rog up.
I misunderstood. I thought it was every 2.
Well, that was the second bomb.
First, go to star.
First, are going to the wrong place. Get away from. They're gonna kill each other. They're dead anyway.
We don't have
went towards us.
Yeah, we don't have ward up.
Oh, we could.
Well, they were just had bursts. They didn't have bombs. They both.
Yeah, but we don't have Avatar of Agamar.
Yeah, you
would. They don't need it for burst.
Yeah,
they need it for bomb.
Like that guy.
As long as I can survive 5 swipes, that's worth knowing.
Yeah, I mean, just because people die, you're still in that. Because after the 3rd phase, everyone gets rest. So we just gotta make it through this.
All right, here goes the. Get away from the middle there. We're gonna. I think we're gonna
this
get
is
the
the
ads
ads. You can be in the middle.
Can we get a
Oh,
healer?
can you be in the
I
middle?
can res one if you have a particular care. Tap over Faye. Which one do you want?
Tap.
All right, this is the.
Will I be able to get in?
He's gonna split. Remember, go after the ones that are appropriate to your class, your magic. DBM will put a thing up above their head eventually, but
Do we all have to do that, or can
attack stuff. They're ads right now, so you.
Oh, okay.
Grab diamond.
They need to be tagged.
I've got a cosmic ray.
Grab diamond epistle.
Take him to the mid.
Yes.
Oh, he's so pretty.
I have moon. I don't know why you wanted me to get diamond.
Oh, I didn't see taunted that one. I thought you taunted the other one when I called it. My bad.
Cosmic beacons are going out.
No worries.
Be silenced.
Doesn't look like it's a fatal mistake at this point.
I think it killed a DPS or 2, but
Yeah, it's fine.
If you guys just don't move with those, people will move away from you. Cosmic beacons need to be silenced. Good job, Mommy Butchie.
Should we hero this phase?
You
Or
can
next
or the
phase?
last. I think the last is a better choice.
We doing the last.
Last is
That
better.
hurts the most.
Cosmic beacons will be going out soon.
crap. That ad hurts.
Pretty steady.
Remember to interrupt those cosmic ones.
Oh, we lost the tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I couldn't survive through the one ad.
All right, so we got a look at much further on in the fight. That's cool. We still need to clean up our positioning of where we're dropping the orbs, and we did much better on the soul blights at the beginning. It was much better. One thing we really need to clean up on this next one is the difference between soul bomb and soul burst. Right? I know they're both bees, but burst is a small circle above your head. Right? That's not going to kill you. It's just going to hit you really hard. And you need to take that to orange circle, or yellow star. Right? If you're going to green and you have the smaller circle, the smaller bomb above your head, the soul burst, then you're not going to the right place. The green skull spot over there is just for the great big ball, which is the soul bomb that goes above one person's head. Only one person's going to get it, and they're going to run. And as soon as they get it, they need to run over to that green triangle and hang out there, and one of the tanks will run over and hang out with them for a moment, and then it will go off, and you'll be good to go. If a person with soul bursts runs over there with you, then they're going to kill you. So there's nothing really you could do about that. But soul bursts, just make sure you're not going to the green. You're going to go to the orange circle or the star. And that's
if it helps you to sort of orient yourself, we're going to be filling up the circles, and by the time we finish filling up the pie, we'll probably be standing a little closer to green and to skull. So if you have to kind of figure out where you're going, that's going to be just to your right.
Well, you can always orient yourself. There's some stairs over there under Amanthul. That's the only set of stairs there are in the whole area. If you see those stairs, look to the left.
Yeah, the other thing you can think of is just simply the boss is being tanked at square. So to the right of the boss, as we're facing him from the center, is where the green triangle is, and the orange is behind us and to the left. You know, the burst spots are behind us and to the left, and so bombs to the right, and bursts to the left and behind. But that's really important. I know we're losing people there, and we can get them back later, but it's better if we don't lose them there. So.
Now I'm not ready yet. I went over to the green triangle, and I had that big ball in my head, and the tank came with me.
Yeah, that was
why
our bad.
did I? What? Oh, okay, so I go there and then
yes, you still if you have soul bomb, you go to square or to triangle till it explodes. I misunderstood. That was my bad. When we were swapping the avatars, so.
All right, so I went there and it should be fixed. Now the other thing I wanted to say is when we drop those orbs, I know that the one is near the raid. The other one, the blue one, is a little further out. But if they're lined up like next to each other, I find that I have to go around the white one to get to the blue one, and then go around the white one to come back to line. So is there a way we can put one further back or further front than the other one?
If people are doing it right, and like if Aqualux is the group, right? And Aqualux is standing just to my left right there, jumping right there, then the blue orb would be right here, and the white orb would be right here. And they're no more than like about 2 or 3 yards away from each other. But people are putting like one of them way out here, and then one of them over here.
Yeah, and
they're not.
That's the problem I found.
It's just trying. Players got to get consistent about where they place those orbs. We want to put the blue one like about right there, and the white one about right there.
Yeah, because I was going like, they were almost like lined up side to side. So you have to go around one to get to the other.
Yeah, you don't. It'll just take some practice.
Right. But just people to be aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, all you have to do is run under the orb to get the.
Yep. Touch it.
Yeah, so.
And if you only touch, if you only touch the cloudy white one the whole time while they come up, you will get stacks of that buff. But if you touch the blue one at any point, it'll switch and you'll get back to 1 stack.
Right, I understand that. What I'm wanting to know is if you're the one that sets the thing down, do you automatically get it?
I don't know. That's a question I don't know how to answer. Maybe.
If you do, you could easily just step to the other one to get the other one.
Yeah, you might lose your stacks, but all you have to do is grab.
Yeah, that's what
grab
I
the
was
other.
trying to get at.
Charity, were you asking a question?
No, I was trying to say something. It's fine.
What were you saying?
Okay. I didn't want to talk over Paulette. That the ads, we need to start hitting them right away, even if there's no thing over their head. Like, you can switch later, but start hitting them.
Yeah, and once we've done, like on that last one, I figured out, I thought one of them was my fire target, and then it turned out it was the one to the left of that is the better one for target for fire. Just try and remember the name of it so you can recognize it in the future, you know. And also the position helps too, but just
how do you
pay
know
attention.
which one you're supposed to be on?
Well, at a certain point after they've been up, like, I don't know, it was like 30 seconds or something, maybe less than that, I don't know. There was an icon next to their name above their head that I saw, that the one I was attacking at first had a shadow. It looked like the icon for an affliction warlock kind of thing, which is, I think, a shadow attack or something, or whatever. And then the one to the left of it had an icon that was similar to fire.
But that's if you have DBM or a weak aura for it. If you do not have those, you will not see a thing. So
Everyone in this group should have DBM. If they don't, they shouldn't be here.
Yeah, actually.
Or bigwigs too. I mean,
yeah,
if they
but
have
bigwigs doesn't do it.
No, I'm just saying,
my
but
weak aura does. Yeah, I got you. I'm just
you have
letting
you have a
know
good weak
that
aura
there's a
for it.
map.
Is it put bigger icons?
I wouldn't even know how to share it. I don't know the name of it.
I'm just asking if you have one that puts bigger icons.
I don't know if it's bigger.
No?
I just have one that does icons.
Okay. All right.
But there's that map if they want to get a cheat sheet for where they are.
Yeah, I put a link where you can see what the actual icons look like.
He makes the weak auras, Pucky. That's why he's asking. I'm sure so that he could figure out how to do it.
Or I
it
could
was just
grab
shared in my
them.
raid team. It's on Waggio, I'm sure. If you just
Yeah, I'll have to go looking for it. See if there's a really good one. All right. Well, let's do another poll. Remember stack tight, folks.
There's no food for Joe Bowie.
That's inaccurate.
He knows that. He's got food.
I changed it to green triangle so that people can see it a little clearer.
Oh, thank you. These old eyes.
Why did you get aggro?
Alright, the white's gone out there pretty far, but that's alright. And the blue is right in melee. So just grab the blue if you want it. And then move back.
Look closer next time. Sorry, I didn't know.
That's okay. That's alright. Everybody's learning. I'm just giving tips as we go. Move to the right. Alright, there we go. Alright. Get in tight to this cone.
Go back, Charity. I'm just trying to get in front of you.
Alright, see those got positioned side by side. Just be careful when you grab. And then get tight to the cone again. Move to the right. And tight to the cone. 'Cause Alright, so that one came out a little bit behind us, but their better placement moved to the right.
It makes
76% health on the boss. When we hit 70%, we will transition to the next phase. 75, 74. Move to the right. Alright, we're gonna lose those. Whoa, I blinked. Sorry about that. Alright, 71%. We are transitioning. Make sure you're in the middle.
Yeah, that's right. No, not yet. Storm first.
Inside, guys.
Careful with this. You're right on the edge of that storm.
Go, Naomi, I got you. Run!
Oh, you guys are keeping him alive. He was like, oh my god, here.
Now look for the green triangle.
Boss is moving to the blue, to the right. Go to the green triangle if you've got the bomb. There's nobody with the bomb right now, Johnny. There they go. They got the bomb. Now they got the bomb. They're going.
I got him, Epistle. Go, bomb. You got it. You got bomb.
Go.
Avatar.
It's alright, because somebody is sitting with the X above their head is about to kill them.
There we go. Now you come taunt.
Alright, bursts. I'll go to the star.
Oh, the cooldown was faster on that.
Yeah.
Just wait for your burst to go away. Alright, and then you can return to the center. Good job on that. Who's that, Mirma? Awesome job with the burst, Mirma. Oh, look at that bomb going over the triangle.
Pistol, it's my bomb. Get back here and taunt.
The bomb's still
I'm coming. I'm
okay.
coming.
I was like, I saw him dancing on me, and it's still here.
Yes. Now you see what I'm getting at?
Beware.
Soul burst.
To the left, Tap. To the left. Wrong direction, Tap. Or behind us. Go behind us. Go behind us. There we go. Just run away, Tap.
Star.
It's either to the left or behind, Tap.
I get my directions confused.
Yeah, it'll drop off me before the next soul bomb.
That's why I stop and ask for direction.
Yep, you go. You go, Epistle. Oh, wait.
Bomb is over there.
It's got 20 seconds on me. What?
Yeah, it's a bit funky. It's going to take a bit to get the hang of that.
Once you get the hang of it, it doesn't change.
Okay.
You guys, yeah, all right. We are moving to the transition. We're going to be getting on our ads. Stay away from those people with the soul burst still. It looks like they're still going to explode. Yeah, they did. All right, they're clear.
Outside ad Epistle hits really hard, so cycle cooldowns.
Gotcha.
Watch for your particular ad.
Or no directions.
I'm not sure where they spawn. I think it's random. It's just whichever one grows big and gets a weapon.
Alright, I know designate. Well, I think it's that one. No, let me try this one. Okay. The same? If you're only getting, you can tag like the next one in the list, by the way, folks. And if you're not getting big damage.
Okay, it didn't. It swapped. Take diamond.
It also shows their debuffs right below their name. Click on them.
It does, but initially you'll see
him out of the middle
large numbers from the guys.
You took him back.
I must have clipped him with AoE. Alright, there we go. It changed the marks on him too.
If you want a second pot now, you can, because you're going to get it back.
Put him going down.
Big heals for pistol.
Beacons are going out.
Should we prioritize taking out that big hitter?
The score's got to go down first, and then we got to get the other one down.
Trank.
Each person should be on their particulars, I think.
No, the ads that get weapons is what we're talking about.
Right, I know, but like I stay on my fire one.
We have 2 reses.
No. Wait, because we're gonna die after these ads go down, and then we'll all resurrect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just save them.
Well, that's why I ask and not do.
It's fine. Just tell me if you want me to taunt. I'll taunt off. I was low.
I don't want us to die.
I'm here. Well, not really.
And you take
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
2.0.
Each can Lich King's death, eh?
So
Oh!
when you release, try to make sure you don't run into a shot or into a tree. Take a moment. It'll be okay.
Yeah, just watch out for the bad guys. Oh, we all died. Oh, it's a wipe, guys.
So horrible.
No.
It's oh, you guys suck.
I told you I should have won.
You guys all suck.
Yeah, that was all Tappuccino's fault right there.
Oh.
Wait, what's happening?
I hate you. Do we release?
Happy ran the wrong way.
Silence.
Release now, and then dodge these things. Dodge them, and then touch the tree.
We're at the silence before the cast is done.
Beware.
Okay, so apparently he loses aggro. So we'll have to taunt.
Did you want to hear him now, or do you want to wait?
Comes back.
If everybody's up, yeah, they're
I
up.
keep till I die, Thistle.
You keep him?
Yeah.
This is the saw. The dog.
Alright, there's an origination on
Is it not?
Up, kill it.
Bomb.
Kill the origination. Kill those.
Still have mechanics, guys. Bomb right in the middle.
Oh, I'm really dead. Are we
Yeah,
really
now
dead
now
this
we're gonna
time?
now some of us are gonna revive because we didn't kill the origination bombs.
I was killing the tree.
Hit release and come back in.
Yeah, but dodge the stuff on the way there.
While you're dead, dodge the shotlings and pick up orbs. Do not get hit by the shotlings.
The tree's dead.
Yeah, it's because everybody died.
Yep.
Save the 2 reses.
I didn't die.
Well, most people died because we didn't get the bombs. Origination ads are up. We gotta kill them. Kill the ads right now.
I don't know how to get back.
We can't.
You can't. The tree's
Oh,
down.
okay. The tree's down. Alright.
But still
See,
run
I
around
killed
and pick up orbs.
See, I killed my tree, or I killed the ad over there, but it still seemed like it went off. Was this another ad that didn't?
No, they still go off. It's just there's no way to step in.
So just go
There's
around.
no what? I didn't hear you.
There will be a void that kind of spawns underneath them. You can see it grow until they die, and that just kind of that'll be like a void zone if we step and we die on top of the explosion that goes off once.
If I had the
I
soul
wasn't
bomb,
even in
just
it.
Go out of the room.
I was like in the middle of the room and like
Still-
half my health dropped. Alright, so they still do lots of damage even if we knock them down heavily, is what you're saying? Alright, so we need big heals in that spot, plus we need everybody killing them.
And you need the people with the bombs to get out of the
Oh, is that what was happening?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
wiped
that's what
us,
killed
basically.
the. Yeah.
People weren't taking care of the bursts and the bombs?
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
decided about the new phase.
And so right now you see all these little splotchies hitting the ground. If you get hit with that, you get a dot that does 1,000,000 damage or so every 2 seconds. It is really hard to heal you up along with everything else, so you need to watch your feet and move.
And if you get the burst or the bombs on you, go die. Alright? Because the tanks can't save you at that point. But if you die, you can get resurrected by the tree. But if you kill everyone else and everyone else has to get resurrected by the tree, then there's no more tree for you. So go die by yourself and don't kill everybody else.
That was a good run, guys. That was good. Let's do one more real quick.
So
like 2 more.
No. We're gonna do one more and kill it.
It doesn't give us deadly scythes, so we are swapping still if we want. Makes it easier on the healers.
Hey, by the way,
In
this is
heroic, we'll have to swap on death, basically.
This is the last time we'll do this boss this year, so come on.
I can't.
Ah, broken record.
Yeah, he does that.
And if we do it one more time and kill it, it'll be the last time for tonight.
Hey, if we down it
just
tonight, then
sacrifice
that's
him,
pretty okay.
like, so he'll stop.
Yes.
Hey, yeah, there's a couple others that were pretty. There was a couple of the orb drops that were pretty awesome. You guys are getting better at that. Let's just keep improving. We're getting through those phases and all that.
I
But
think what happened is people didn't realize we still had bombs in that next phase. So
Yeah.
now that they know, I'm sure it'll be easier.
yeah, and it's a mess there. So if you have burst, still go to the star and the triangle. And if you don't have burst or whatever, stay in the middle so you're not near one of those people, because they'll kill you. All right, let's do it.
I went to my designated area.
Electric my shield.
Yeah, your threat gen on burst is ridiculous sometimes.
I think it crits.
Probably.
Move those out.
I'm stacking here, not where we were.
Gotcha.
Because the orbs were placed funky. Move to the right.
Orbs.
That was much better orb placement, guys.
Ooh, I like.
In fact, that was perfect. Move to the right. And get in tight on this cone. Awesome. Look at that. That was perfect orb placement on the last one there. And again with the awesome orb placement. Look at that, guys. Move to the right. It got cycled a little bit because people were grabbing orbs when it got cast, but don't worry about that.
And then
Kwami's down.
Yeah, wait till after this phase is over, and then we'll... Actually, we'll just leave him down until we get to the death phase. I mean, it'd be nice to have him up, but... Move to the right.
the res will be back by the time we're in the third phase. The DPS is pretty high.
Yeah, I guess it will be. Sure. Go ahead and, once the storm comes, then get him up, so he's not getting up in the middle of the crap.
Where's the other thing?
Move in.
Alright, get him up.
Get him up.
I can't reach
We lost a healer too.
Get valid target.
It's right there. I can see it. There it
Yeah,
is.
but
Okay. We got him.
Just telling you what my interface is telling me.
So
Yeah, it was weird
Can't
because
get
his
him
corpse
up.
was like 5 feet from us. He's up. We got it.
Oh, I don't see him up.
You didn't take it, but you do have a healer down.
Green, green,
You-
green.
get over
Where
me,
are
Cap.
you?
Come to me,
There
come
it
to me.
is. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming.
I'll pop a few cooldowns over here.
You should be good.
Woohoo! Thank you, Johnny.
Got him.
Bursting to the star or to the
You should have that.
orange.
2, I think.
Looks like somebody's already going to star. Go to orange. Whoever has the X on them. Alright, he's gonna go off kind of by himself there.
You got next one, You got this one, Epistle. I think you've got next as well. Taunt him on that 5, 6.
We're 6% away from the next phase if you're holding to that.
Yeah, turn them off.
The little ones go away from there.
Next phase.
Alright, so look for your ad that takes extra damage from you. And kick its booty.
the one force that can bind your relentless fury.
Hunters is this.
It's the one in front of the stairs, right?
Yep. 12 o'clock is one for the melee. Yep.
Sorry, I was looking for an empty spot. Just hold still.
Beacons? Or was it in that frost one? That's your job, man. If a beacon appears on an arcane one, I'll need somebody to silence it. I got 3 years until my silence comes back. Beacon, yeah, thank you.
Sounded like you said 3 years.
He did, he was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. It's not my hearing.
They do have a long cooldown.
Or once your particular one is dead, just shoot at the one in the middle of the room or something. And don't forget, after we get through this phase, then there's going to be the bombs again. So pay attention to where the bombs go. Bursts to star and orange. Big bombs to green every time. They're gonna crunch us. We're being squished.
I'm really not comfortable being this close.
Oh no! Hey, whose hand was that?
That was mine. Sorry.
Stop that!
That was.
I just had that
Blame me
feeling.
Get your toe out of there.
I knew I shouldn't have worn this outfit.
That's not my belly button.
Remember to release as soon as it becomes available.
Once you come alive, you put your rune on again as well.
Dodge those things.
Beware.
Now remember, the stuff on the floor, dodge it, the swirlies. Take your bombs to the markers. Bursts to the smaller ones.
Come to the tree.
I was gonna say, how do I get alive?
You touch the tree.
You just have to go to it.
Oh, that's right.
Alright, hero.
Soul bomb needs to go
Soul
away.
bomb. Tranking.
I'll let you take the pot should be back. Whoever the healer is instead, you can release and grab orbs or come to the tree.
Quickly though, the tree's about to go down.
Heal the tree too, guys.
Yeah, I have. It says the tree's 100%.
Every time somebody releases, though, it gets a big kill the regeneration modules.
Trink. And
The tree is dead, so the tank's about to ask for res.
We shouldn't go down. Doesn't kill us in normal.
He's just letting you know you'll need to ask for one if you need.
Yeah. Okay.
Bombs.
Got him.
Ads.
Three reses.
Go.
Somebody up.
We don't have a tree anymore.
We still have 2 reses.
Use them.
Res 2 of your healers. So we have 1.
Save that last one.
3, 2, 1.
Ads. You guys may want to have a big cooldown for this one. Whenever they explode.
Keep it up, guys. Doing a great job.
2, 1.
Bombs.
Bombs. Bursts. Get away from the...
Just survive.
3%. Keep it up. Christine, don't forget to use your extra hero.
I did.
If you have it. Okay.
Lock rocks.
Yep.
Let's
there
go.
It is.
Yes.
Oh.
Last time this year.
Completed.
Wow.
It is time.
Very nice, folks.
Awesome, man.
Good job, everybody.
Anybody get any trinkets?
Hey, look at that outfit.
No, but I now have 3 of
He
the
must work
upgrades for
out.
one if I ever get one.
Yeah.
I'm watching the cutscene.
Congrats on your legendary
Can't hear it
Jagui.
though.
Every choice, every sacrifice has led
Go
me
to
to this moment. To face him once again. You are not coming with us. The hunter is nothing without the hunt. Did you not see this fate, prophet? Fate. Our survival was never in fate's hands. Light
Aww.
be with you, Illidan Stormwraith.
He's gonna fight the big bad.
Come back with my spaceship.
That's not what I thought you said.
Wow.
And that sword will be in Tantris if y'all go there.
Syllabus.
Yeah, fine.
You can see it from. I think you can see it from Thermal.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
We haven't got to that part, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my god.
I need that transmog.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He stabbed Azeroth.
Yeah. In preparation for the next expansion. Here it is.
Bring it on.
Oh, he shouldn't look happy.
He's excited to kill him. He's been waiting his whole life to do that, Tap.
Yeah, Tap.
Yeah, he finally gets his rock
God.
soft.
I misinterpreted the moment.
Anyone know where we take this crystal?
It's
I'm never gonna
a
go
quest.
to a movie with you guys.
Right? Trying to watch it, you know, I'm tone deaf on meds and I can't understand.
Hey, I just got the legendary shoulder.
Yeah.
Nice, congrats.
Was that Emmett?
No, it's just a arcane item.
Ooh, I got a finger.
I'll give you the finger.
I got the finger.
Get the finger.
Oh, I just poured it out.
What's this quest here?
I got some. Yeah, there's a quest to turn in there. That's cool.
Mm,
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
the
think
death
it's
of a
about
titan.
It's crystal of the people.
That's the death of 63 billion artifact power. That's a nice one. And we get the insignia of the Grand Army.
Yeah, I think a picture would be great. We should all gather up by the chest for a picture.
Yeah.
It's also
yeah.
a request for the
Yeah.
special pick and feed.
And we can stack up. It's like they organize this perfectly.
Yeah, we can like arrange on the stairs, you know?
Yeah, let's
So that
summon the scene back.
Yeah, let's get a lock closet up. Not in the picture, please.
Billion.
Behind the picture, like out of the picture frame.
And I can't take the square off my head.
Did everybody?
Oh, here,
get a
I'll get you.
legendary ring from that quest.
Yeah, I got the finger. I
That's
got
if you finish the entire
insignia of
quest
the
line.
Grand Army.
And once you finish the entire quest line, you can turn that in, and it gives you that legendary ring.
You guys want
which
to
is
come down
really
here
good.
and get the law closet up?
It's really good for like a character you don't play all the time, because it'll be like one of the better legendaries they have usually. But it's only if you have pretty good Crucible rolls.
That was so freaking cool, getting that boss down. Just like Fafford said we would.
That's right. Last time this year.
Yep.
Okay, you can stop saying that.
That's the last time he's going to say that.
This year.
Yassine, did you get a summon?
No, I did not. Did you send one?
Thought so. Let's try it again. Can someone come click, please?
Yeah, but I'm posing.
There we go.
How about-
I'm coming.
there we go.
Yep.
Oops, I thought I hit sit.
All right, everybody in position and say, last time this year.
Last time this year.
I knew Tap would be the only one.